This production has been authorized, vetted, evaluated, and approved for your consumption by Wild LLC. You're welcome.
I finished up what I was doing so I could come back in here, and so we could get to the first episode of the new and improved Opinion City podcast. Surely a step up in just about every single way now that we are in charge, and we can give the listeners of this program a quality show that I'm not going to say they deserve, but
No, absolutely not. But the world needs better culture, right? All the options for the listeners, for the viewers. Somebody needs to bring them erudite information. Somebody needs to bring them high art, high culture, and who better than Dylan Mesh and Dr. Ethan Wild?
Because that story had built for 13 months, and it culminated in that ladder match.
Crazy.
Where they stole the masks of our friends, Dropkick Dave and Uppercut Ulysses. Which, by the way, not us. And so they stole the masks, and then Crumbles and the Farts come to reclaim the masks.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the story, we end up doing a whole tournament for the tag titles there. Like, they were introducing tag titles.
Yeah.
The finals was us and the Cogers. They cheated. They get the titles. And then we keep coming after them. And eventually it was like, okay, we're going to do one big match for the titles, ladder match. And we're like, all right, cool. So at the end of that match, we ended up with the masks and the titles.
Nice.
And it was just like a big culmination of a 13-month feud.
sometimes I just feel like the stuff that you want to do when you're ambitious enough, you two could use a lesson in ambition, but just keep hanging out with us, and that'll probably help. But either that, like just like the major challenges in your life, sometimes I feel like if you view everything that happened up until that point as like, you know, just you kind of getting you ready for what's in front of you at this moment. I don't know. I thought that was very powerful, and it's kind of helped me out with especially in wrestling.
Yeah,
especially in wrestling when you're tasked with something you've never done before, or something that just seems to be like of great importance. You kind of just have to remember everything that got you to that point, and just put your all into it and see what happens.
But the one that I want to talk about is that Central Jersey is a real place.
Yes!
I love Central Jersey.
I've been waiting for someone to say that for so long.
I will die on this
Central Jersey is a real place, damn it.
Central Jersey is
telling
a
you.
real place. It's a wonderful place. And
you just made my entire night.
Thank
you for making my entire night.
Of course. That is number one on my list. I thought about that while we were going to the Portable conversation. You know how many times at school
I'm all the time.
I'm at practice, and people are like, where are you from? I'm like, Central Jersey. You're like, no, really, where are you from? I'm like,
Central Jersey. That's where it is. It's Central Jersey.
I'm not playing this game with you.
No, there's no game.
They did pictures each year. It took me 3 years to be able to of where people were from. So they have like Eastern PA, Central PA, Northeast PA, South Jersey, North Jersey. Oh, yeah. I was in the North Jersey pick for 2 years. Third year, I finally was able to I want a Central Jersey picture.
Dude, hell yeah. Central Jersey. It's a real thing. I'm so happy you said that. I'm so happy you said that.
We're excited and delighted to have acquired these assets. We want to see them mature into a profitable entity. It's not just taking for taking's sake. It's not taking for gloating. Those are just mere fringe benefits. What we truly want to do is develop an asset, enhance our portfolio, and become as stupendously wealthy as imaginable. It's not coming from independent wrestling. It's coming from acquisition. It's coming from possession and control of assets. So to that extent, we appreciate the effort that has brought you to this point. We appreciate your effort and your compliance more than that going forward.
If you were to have a dream tag team match with a tag team dead or alive, who would you choose and why?
Shawn Michaels and God.
Oh man!
The greatest tag team. They had a shot, man. They could have gone the strap.
I can't even comment on that. I
just picture you have a fishing line that like goes from the entrance to the ring, and you just see the title like going down.
Right.
I was actually going to make that joke of like, because you brought up, because when you were here, I was like, here's my tag partner, John Cena.
You're right.
And then like, my thought also was like, here's my tag team partner, God.
Right.
Oh, wow.
What is going on, guys? We are back for another exciting edition of Chillin' with the Bros, and/or for this evening, it's Chillin' with the Bro. It's just one bro today. The other bro is actually at a concert right now, seeing Blink-182 live. So I hope you're having a blast there, because that's his favorite band. But welcome, guys. We are about 10 minutes away from Smackdown starting. We only know 3 things so far. I'll go with them right now real quick. We have on deck a tag team turmoil match between Pretty Deadly, the OC, which has not been on SmackDown in quite some time, the Street Profits, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, the newly formed team of Corbin and Cruz, and the Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa for the number 1 contenderships of the tag team titles. That's exciting. We also have on deck a tag team match with Bayley and Michin against Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy in the Bank, and Nia Jax. And then also on deck, we have LA Knight, and Santos Escobar. That's all we know so far, but it should be a very interesting night nonetheless. Super excited to be back. Super excited to be on my own solo show. Don't know how it's going to work, but we're here. I'm here. We made it, and we're solo. We may have guests. We might not, but I'm here to chat with you guys. You chat with us. So if you're here, welcome. If you're not here yet, that's okay. There's still about 8 minutes left until the SmackDown starts, so there's plenty of time to herd yourselves in and hang out with me. That's what we're here for. But before we get to SmackDown, when we have some time, let's go over the SummerSlam card for next Sunday. It is already going to be next Sunday. It is already a stacked card. There might even be more matches tonight, but as we have so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches on the card so far. Let's get into them right now. In no particular order, we have the IC title, round 2, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I think personally that this is going to be Braun Breaker's moment, even though they only had 2 matches. But honestly, I think Braun should have won it at Money in the Bank, but I sort of understand that they want to have it at a bigger show. So to have Braun win it at SummerSlam is probably a much bigger deal than at Money in the Bank. So hopefully we'll see what happens with that. Also on deck, we have the United States title on the line. Logan Paul against LA Knight. I think this is also LA Knight's time to shine. I think it's his moment to get a championship win under his belt. So I think this is going to be his time. I think there's going to be a lot of title changes on SummerSlam this year. These two being one of them, Braun Breaker and LA Knight. Also on deck, we have the Women's Championship with Nia Jax against Bayley. Again, I think we may, even though I don't want to see it, I think we may see a new Women's Champion in Nia Jax. I think they see that she's been improving and doing much better, so I think they want to reward her by giving her this belt. Also, officially made on Monday Night Raw, with a stipulation in tow, we have his first match back, I think, since he's been back, other than the Rumble. CM Punk in his first solo match in, I think, 10 years, I think they said. 10, 11 years since Punk has had a singles match. He's going up against Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth frickin' Rollins. I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know how he's going to play a factor. Will he be a clean ref? Will he be a dirty ref? We'll have to find out on SummerSlam next week. Also on deck for the World Heavyweight Championship, we have Gunther versus Damian Priest. Again, I think this is going to be a SummerSlam of a lot of belt changes. And this one's so different. I think it is Gunther's time. I think Gunther's time to shine. I think Gunther wins the belt, and Damian has had a good run, but I think it's Gunther's time to shine here. So I'm excited for the reign of Gunther. I think Gunther's had more title reigns, or has held the belt more than he hasn't held the belt in his entire WWE career. So super pumped for that. Also, we have the the Women's World Championship with Mommy Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Again, this one maybe I see some shenanigans happening with Dom, even though Dom completely cursed out Liv Morgan on Monday Night Raw. I think that was a ruse, possibly a ruse to have Mommy believe that Dom is on her side, but maybe not. Also, what I would assume to be the main event of the entire night is the Undisputed Championship on the line against the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa. Again, I think, of course, this match has to have shenanigans with the Bloodline, with Cody, with whoever Cody's friends are, Orton, Owens. I think this is going to be another great match, but I think at the same time, we might see the return of Roman. If not tonight, if not next week, then definitely at SummerSlam. So that is the card so far. We're going to wait to see more tonight. SmackDown starts in about 4 minutes. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And guys, if you're not watching this, and if you're not with us live and or on the podcast, please do yourselves a huge favor and join the Discord. Join the community that we have built. We are building a city. We are Opinion City after all. We would love for you to join the city. We're trying to build a community of where your opinions are yours and yours alone. If you have opinions, we would love to hear from them. We have hot takes. We have opinions. We have music, movies, food, any of things that you prefer or like. We have them on deck. We'd love to have you chat with us, talk with us, hang out with us, do all those things. So screenshot this, take a picture of it, QR code it, whatever you have to do. But join the Discord, join our community, because we would love to see you over there and we would love to have you. And out of all of that, we are back. Thank you guys once again for joining me, Solo. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, Dro Davidian. I don't want to say your name right. Dro Davidian. I hope I didn't butcher that. I apologize if I did. But welcome to the show. I appreciate you here. We do have a system. If you're still here, very simple system. If you are watching this and you are have friends, buddies, strangers, colleagues, bring them in. Bring a buddy system. It's very simple. Bring a friend, bring a coworker, bring a colleague, bring a family member. Have them come in here. Hit that like button. Share us out. Subscribe. Maybe come chill out and watch SmackDown with me and you and whoever else is around. I would love to see all of you. I'd love to hang out with you because I am solo, so I would love the interaction and the chat. But thank you, Dro Davidian, for that like. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for dropping in. Hopefully you stay for the rest of the show and we interact, hang out, chill. If you have questions, interact. If you don't have questions, interact anyway. We'll figure it out. We're here doing this live. We're live. We just do things to do things. Are you excited for SmackDown tonight? Are you going to watch SmackDown tonight? Are we here chilling? But all I'm saying is bring a friend. Bring a buddy. Bring whoever you got. Buddy system as always. That's the easiest way to bring more people in to watch us and just to hang out and chill. Because that's all we're doing. We're just chilling and watching SmackDown. So, appreciate you. SmackDown starts in about 1 minute. And I'm excited to see what starts off the show. Is it the Tag Team Turmoil match? Is it LA Knight versus Santos Escobar? Is it the women's tag match with Nia and Tiffy versus Bayley and, let me see if I remember the name because I already forgot the name. Mia Yim, whatever you want to call her. They have so much names this time, it's ridiculous. The names don't stop. Some of these names are crazy. Some of them are not. But, yeah, we're here. And we're chilling. We're riding solo. We're riding a solo train. And we're here to chill with you guys. If I talk a lot, it's because I'm riding solo. Kind of just talking to myself at the moment until more people flood in and hopefully the buddy system works. But yeah, we're here. We're here for SmackDown. We're here for 2 hours. Riding solo. Because again, my brother is currently at a Blink-182 concert, jamming out because he loves Blink-182. That's his favorite band. He was so happy that they came back with a new album. He loved the new album. I love the new album. We'd love to hear your take on it. Blink's new album that came out this past year. But, yeah. Smackdown is about to start rolling. Let's see if we can get anybody else to join the fun. The fun, because our goal here, anywhere, our main goal is to have fun. Because if we're not having fun, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we here if we're not having fun? The point is to chill out in the live stream, to literally chill, and to have a good old time. Good old-fashioned time. As SmackDown is about to start rolling. Let's see what the first match is on deck. Let's see how they open the show. Appreciate you guys if you're in the chat. Appreciate you guys for being here, hanging out with me solo. I appreciate it. I think this is my first solo stream since we started the streams. We're just going over what happened last week with the Chaos of the Bloodline, who's just literally destroying everyone at this point. They've destroyed Orton, they've destroyed Owens, they've destroyed Paul Heyman. Poor Paul Heyman got that table spot. This Bloodline is a new, vicious Bloodline. They are not what they used to be. They are not Reigns or Jey Uso and the Usos. They are out for blood, literally. Like Bad Blood. October. Sorry, cheap plug. What can I say? I'm just having fun here with myself, because at this point, if it's just me all night, that's okay. I would talk to myself. I'm weird, right? We're all a little weird if we talk to ourselves. As long as you don't answer yourself, that's the smart thing. Just don't answer yourself. And then you'd be a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? Are you guys excited for SmackDown? What are you most excited for? Are you even a Raw or SmackDown guy? Are you a wrestling fan in general? Because, like, that's why we're here, right? For the wrestling. We are here for the wrestling. Nick Aldis to the show. Okay. GM is finally here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Bloodline might be out of the Tag Team Turmoil match. Also, that's the first time that we heard Tama Tonga talk, other than making guttural sounds. Oh, Jacob, that's right. I always forget about that Jacob exists. Not that I forget he exists because he's there all the time, but like, I will say the fact that Solo says that that's okay, even though he's ruthless, he's still bowing down to the GM, whereas Reigns said, no, I'm in charge. This is my show. But Solo was still kind of playing the fiddle. But changes have been made. It's no longer Tama and Tonga. It is Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu in this tag team championship No More Contenders gauntlet match. I keep saying turmoil. It's a gauntlet match. So it's the OC, Pretty Deadly, the Audio Phantasma, the Bloodline, Cruz and Corbin, and Street Profits. Is that going to start the show? We will find out. Oh, LA Knight's to start the show. Okay, so we're starting off with LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. Here we go, baby. Show is starting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm such an LA Knight fan. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm a huge LA Knight fan. I have been since he changed his name back to LA Knight from Max Dupree, which was a terrible idea in my eyes. Terrible idea to have Max Dupree. Should have always been LA Knight. What are you guys' thoughts on this match? Let me know in the comments below. Starting off strong with a should be a banger of a matchup. A banger of a matchup. Just excited to try out my first solo show. That's all I can say. See how this works. See how this goes. Because I'm going to be solo for at least the next 2 weeks. Because my brother is finally back to work, which is great news. Great news. So next week you might just see a solo Parma. And then the 16th, we will not be doing a Chillin' with the Bros. Me and King Ralph will be at a wrestling show. And I will show up right now. We will be at Solar Slam, which is a show sponsored by HTW and Pro Wrestling Explosion, Friday, August 16th at the Philomoka in Philadelphia. Doors open 7:30. Show starts at 8. If you are around, if you're in the area, I highly suggest you come to the show. It's going to be a ridiculous show, a lot of fun, and just a good old-fashioned time. What is up, Jake the Aerial Assassin? What is up? Welcome to the show. As you can see, it is just me today, and it's just the Parma show, which is the first of hopefully many of just the Parma show. But you know the rules. You're here. Bring a buddy. Gotta bring a buddy. Bring a friend, a stranger, a colleague, family member, whoever you got. Bring a buddy in. Let them know that we're live and that we're chilling to watch Smackdown. Because the more you guys come in and the more you guys comment and interact, the more I can talk to you guys and be interactive, because I am riding solo. I appreciate all the feedback and the interaction. It helps me immensely, because sometimes I just ramble because I'm talking to myself, but it'd be nice to talk to somebody and you people as well and interact and hang out, because we're just chilling. What are your thoughts on the first match? Escobar versus LA Knight. Who do you got? What's your vote? I do like Santos Escobar's, I don't know what you call that. A poncho? I think it's a poncho. But yes, the goal is to bring a buddy. So if you're here, welcome. Bring a friend. Let's chill out. As the match gets underway here with LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. Should be a fun time. Ooh, starting off hot. Starting off really hot. No slowing down at all. Starting off fresh. Freshy fresh. Thank you, Jake, for being here as always. You're always a good friend of the show. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I say we like he's here, but he's at a concert. LA Knight. Early advantage of the match. Santos is getting the tar beat out of him early on. You think Lola Vice steps in and causes the distraction and interference to have Santos actually win this matchup? So I can see that happening. If I'm ever quiet, it's because A, I don't want to seem like I'm talking too much to myself, and B, because I'm watching the match, of course. We're chilling out. We're chilling. But if you're here and you're new, welcome to Chillin' with the Bros, even though this week it's just the bro. Singular. If you're here, I hope you interact with me, chat with me, give me your questions, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. We are Opinion City, after all, where opinions are always welcome. Good, bad, and different. We love to hear them. We are a safe space for all of the thoughts. And now a night with a strong start here. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. He did have a strong start. Was a strong start. You know, everyone's doing the 619 now, and I don't know if it's just like a tribute to Ray, but like everyone's doing it now. Zelina does it. Santos does it. Ray does it. Dominic does it. They're all doing the 619 now. I guess it's cool in a way because it's like in tribute to Rey Mysterio, but he's still wrestling. He's not retired yet. So I don't know. That's just my initial thought. But we are on our very first break already. It's been almost 11 minutes in the show. We're already on our first break. Just to give some quick advertisements for this weekend. You have a lot going on, a lot on deck. This Saturday, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on this channel, we have Wrestling with Life, brand new episode with Cowboy Pete Carter. Had an amazing chat with him. He is 54 and just starting his wrestling career. He is a commentator for Monster Factory and for AXW. He's done announcing. He's done so many things. We had a great chat with him. Please, I implore you, go back to this channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and check this episode out. Also, while you're at it, Sunday night, a brand new episode of the Opinion City Podcast with our special guest, the Rabid Honey Badger, Ryan Mooney. He actually had a short interview with us when we were at the Real Rumble last Sunday, but we're going to have a full interview with him this Sunday, see what his thoughts are, see what goes on in that crazy brain of his, and just have some fun. And then stay tuned. August 4th, we have our first ever episode of Grappling with the Grooves. Opinion City Presents with special guest Shay McCoy. We're going to talk all things music, all things bands, artists. We're going to have top 5 bands at the end. Same format as our normal show, but going forward, it's going to be a monthly round robin show where you can have, you might see me, you might hear from King Ralph, you might hear from Adam the Guy, and wrestlers galore to just talk all things music, because we love music here. We just want to expand the horizons a little bit, and wrestlers love more than just wrestling, you know? So check those 3 things out. Saturday, Cowboy Pete Carter. Sunday, Rabid Honey Badger Ryan Mooney. And August 4th, Grappling with the Grooves. So please, we have a lot on deck. A lot's been happening. A lot's going on. Stay tuned. And we're back. But if you're just tuning in again, I will repeat this throughout the night. But if you're here and you're watching, please implore the buddy system. Bring a buddy. Bring a friend. Tell them you're here. Tell them to like the video. Tell them to share it out with their friends and their friends' friends and their buddies' buddies. And to subscribe. Because, you know, we're here chilling and we want to grow this as well. And we want to, the more the merrier. Also, comment down below. Interact, because that's what we're all about. Interaction. Questions, concerns, comments, opinions. Especially opinions. Especially opinions. That's what we're here for. We are Opinion City, where all the opinions are welcome. And thank you guys, all 2 of you for now, for watching and hanging out. I appreciate you hanging out with just me tonight. I know Adam the Guy can be the entertaining one at times. I'm getting there. But he is the one that's very out there, loosey-goosey. And we're back with LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. Don't know how, but Santos Escobar is already. Oh, they're gonna show it. Santos Escobar with the switcheroo advantage. LA Knight had a strong start, but now Escobar is back on top. Who do you guys got for this matchup? You guys got Escobar or LA Knight? I would love to hear from you guys. What a backbreaker by Escobar. So clean. Fresh and so clean. I'm willing to guess that the gauntlet match is the main event because they have 8 teams and it's going to be a long match. I don't see actually this show having a lot of matches because of that match, because that match is going to be like the star of the show, as it should be, because there's so many good teams on that matchup. So good. So good. Match still ain't over yet. Escobar is still holding strong. Very enjoyable opening match, Jake. I couldn't agree more, buddy. Couldn't agree more. It's very evenly paced. Very even back and forth. I've been greatly enjoying it so far. It's also good because they have two opposing styles, but they also mesh really well. So that helps too. LA Knight's more of like the regular like power move kind of, what would you call him? Yeah, like a power guy, whereas Escobar is the high flyer, the lucha style, if you will. Oh, it's Logan! Logan trying to cost LA Knight the match here. Did not work yet. Did not work yet. And that's it, folks. 2 and 3. LA Knight with the win to start the show off. And Logan Paul is on the assault right away. Right away. I don't see Logan Paul retaining his belt. Like I said, I see a lot of changes happening at SummerSlam. I think it's going to be a lot of the changing of the guards. A lot. It might even call it a reset, if you will. It may be a big reset of titles, of championships. You know? Logan and Escobar working together here to take out LA Knight. Yo, as much as I don't like Logan Paul as a person, he is so talented in the ring. So talented. That was such a clean-looking frog splash. He even did like the cross so well. Like such a perfectly good frog splash. Hot start to SmackDown. Hot start to SmackDown. So far, so good. So far, so good. The new LA Knight's winning the title. Jake, I couldn't agree more. I think LA Knight is going to win the title. I think this is his time to shine. I think Logan Paul is going to go away for a while after he loses and go back to doing his own thing with the podcast and all of his adventures that he does. He's a very busy man. You know, between Prime, the podcast, his boxing, wrestling. I think this is his time to take a break and then maybe come back at a later date. But he's held the belt and he's barely defended it. But I heard that they were very happy that with his promotion of the U.S. belt while he had it. Currently on our screens is Naomi. Always shining, as her shirt says. Newbie. And here's Jade and Bianca wearing a lot of silver. A lot of silver. I'm still waiting for Bianca to turn heel on Jade, because as much as everyone probably expects Jade to turn heel, it should be Bianca that turns heel on Jade. Because Bianca needs a change in character so bad in my eyes. I loved Bianca for a while, but in my eyes, her character has gone a little bit stale, and I think a heel turn could be what turns this around. In my opinion. But we are on our second break of the day, and as such, we will keep doing our own breaks because we can. And as obligated by my bosses, overlords, constituents, I must do my spiel. So let's do the quick video, then we'll do the spiel, then we'll come right back in just a brief second. So, when you're looking for the best business in the business, choose the financial stability of Wild LLC. Their fiduciary experts will turn even a monetary zero like you into a financial hero like them. Wild LLC is your path to the top. Listen, we have to. We're obligated. It's our job. We have to keep the spirit of the Wild LLC alive by doing that every time. So I gotta do my spiel. I said my spiel. So for now, I am done skis until later. We will do the same thing we did last week. For those who are new or old, we will show you guys again the chronological order of the ongoings that the Wild LLC has done with us and what we've done with them and how they've taken over the show, how this is now their podcast and not so much our podcast. It's still our podcast, but they oversee everything. It is their asset and they've acquired. And we're just here to do their bidding, I guess, at this point. I don't know. We're here to figure it out. But first, have a Smackdown. First match. What are you guys' thoughts so far? I'd love to hear it. Jake, I heard yours. Whoever else is in the chat, would love to hear your comment on the matches. And if you're in the chat, please, like I said, do me a favor. Do us all a favor. Bring a buddy. Bring your best buddy over here to chill out with us and watch Smackdown. Because that's what we're here to do, is chill and watch some wrestling. Some good old-fashioned wrestling. I'll even do their banner on the bottom because, you know, gotta do the whole corporate shilling, you know what I'm saying? Corporate shilling at its best, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're here. We're being dumb. If I talk too much, just tell me to shut up. And if I'm not talking enough, tell me to talk. I saw that, Jake. Thank you so much for sharing it in the Discord. I appreciate you. The more the merrier. Keep bringing them in, man. Keep bringing them in. Keep it rolling. Also, if you guys are around, they keep putting us out there. Fanatics Fan Fest in New York City, August 17th. Tickets on sale now. We got G Uso there. We got Jade there. Bianca there. Meet and greets. Meet your favorite wrestlers. Why not? They're fun, right? Meet your favorites and just do what you gotta do. SummerSlam's gonna be a crazy weekend, man. They have so much going on. They have the kickoff show next Friday, free to fans. So if you're in the Cleveland area, you want to see a free show, go see it. It's free. It's going to be the same as their other kickoff shows. Now we're in a backstage segment with Logan Paul. A little teaser preview for SummerSlam. You know, that is a good point. He is in his hometown, so to have him win would be a big deal. Nope. That's good. Nope. The pride of Cleveland. Wow, big words from Logan Paul. What is this? Oh, it's Jade. That was slow. I keep forgetting that her entrance is like dark and then the lasers, you know. Do you guys see Bianca being the one to turn on Jade? Or do you guys think Jade's going to turn on Bianca? Let me know. I'm thinking Bianca because Bianca needs a change. Also, I'm still trying to save out hope for Jade because I really like Jade. But I don't think she's fully embraced the WWE style yet. She's getting there. She has moments, but I don't think she's fully there yet. I think she is still in time. She'll get there, but she needs a little bit more polishing, in my opinion. Not to say she's bad, just a little polishing. For all her good moments in a match, there's some bad ones. So she got to find that balance. I do love the outfit. The outfit's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie about it. The fashion is fashioning, if you will. But now, is this like a promo? This isn't a match because they're not in ring gear. I'm assuming it's just a promo to build up for their eventually tag team match against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Hell, they might even announce the matches for SummerSlam. That'll be 8 matches. The show's already stacked with 7 matches. What's another 8? They don't even have 9 because of the men's tag match. Because we're going to find out the winner of the tag team gauntlet match, which is going to be the number 1 contender for the tag team titles. So there's going to might even be 9 matches. Who knows? They're making SummerSlam really big this year. Really big. Plus, only 2 more years, and then they're going to be 2 nights, so they're going to have to make it big. 2-night SummerSlam, 2-night Mania. It's just crazy. I still think they might have a chance of making all the big 4, except for maybe Survivor Series, a 2-night extravaganza. I would think Rumble, Mania, and SummerSlam. 2 nights. Let's see what Jade and Bianca have to say about the gold. Where are they at, though? Oh! Here we go! I'm so happy with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn as champions. They definitely deserve the gold. Too talented. Oh! Attack from behind! A little sneak attack. And Bianca and Jade are fighting back. Oh! Ooh! All right, Jade, that looked good. That was good. Good press slam. If you guys are just joining me, welcome to Chilling with the Bro, because the other bro is currently at a Blink-182 concert, rocking out to his favorite band, which I'm kind of low-key jealous that I'm not there because that sounds like a great time. We actually saw Blink-182 back in 2011 when they first reunited with Tom DeLonge, and that was a good time. This time he's going with a bunch of friends and others, so he's over there, but I'm chilling here. I still here. I still made it. So if you're joining, thanks for joining. And if you're still around, bring a buddy and have them join too so we can all hang out together. Appreciate you guys. All of you guys. Okay. So we're going to have exclusive interview with Cody Rhodes tonight as well as the matches. Okay. Cool. Oh, is this match next? Who's that? Oh, Terrence Crawford, the boxer. Got it. I do love the outfits that the Jabbards are rocking right now. They are rocking some slick outfits. Wow, this match is next. Holy crap, this is going to be a big match right in the middle of the show. Now I wonder what the main event's going to actually be. That's crazy. Wow. I was not expecting it to be right in the middle of the show. But while we are on our third break, let's start rolling out the clips again. So for those who are new and old, that we want to know what's going on with the Wild LLC and how they've taken over the show, we'll give you your first clip right now.
So, yes. So here we are, former hosts. And
how does it feel? That's what I want to know. That's the most important question.
I mean,
how does it feel?
I think it's a mixed bag, I would say.
It's a little bit of a sting.
It's a bit of a sting, but also I understand the power of the Wild LLC a little bit. So, I mean, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me.
I understand the power of the Wild LLC, but listen, this is my baby here. I have fostered this and grown this, and now I feel like that's been taken away from me a little bit. So it's a little sad. Obviously you can see there's been
some changes already.
There's been some changes in graphics, and so apparently the Wild LLC bought everything. Graphics
so literally
included.
Everything's included. Graphics, names.
Drastic improvements, I'd say.
Significant.
You'll see more of that throughout the show. Yes, we are been bought out by the Wild LLC, which consists of Dr. Ethan Wild, Dylan Mesh, Brian Ace, it's MIT Tavius, the Think Tank, Jason Furious, Journey Burke Esquire, and I'm missing one, Luca Mancini. That's the group that currently owns us. Currently owns the rights to the Opinion City podcast. So if you see their faces throughout the show, if you see their faces throughout the podcast, it's because they're just kind of letting us do what we want within reason, but also making sure that we're doing what they want within reason as well. got to have a happy medium. We're doing our thing, they're doing their thing, but they're watching us, making sure that we're doing our thing, and promoting them as much as we're promoting ourselves. So stay tuned for more of that throughout the breaks. But guys, I would love to hear from you. I would love to chat with you. I would love your thoughts and opinions on the show so far. I would love to hear what you think is going to win this tag team gauntlet match for the number 1 contendership for the tag team titles. I'm kind of hoping that the Street Profits win, because they haven't had anything kind of in a while, and now that Lashley is seemingly gone, they kind of need something to do. So I can see them possibly being a good win. Also can see maybe Corbin and Cruz possibly coming out with a sneak win. All I know is this is going to be a really exciting match in the middle of the show. Like, I thought this was going to be the main event of the night, and I'm surprised it's not. I'm surprised that they're doing this now and not, like, at the end. Unless they're doing Michin and Bayley versus Nia and Tiffany Stratton at the end, which would make sense if they're going to do something big. Plus, I'm expecting a new Tiffany in the Bank after Bayley destroyed the last one. I expect maybe a new custom custom briefcase for her. And I'm excited if that's the case, because I would love to see a blinged out Money in the Bank for Tiffany Stratton, because she deserves all of it. I'm such a fan of hers. I stand with Tiffany Stratton. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this whole new DLC with the WWE game being Pat McAfee and all of his hosts of the show? I'm happy with McAfee, but I don't know about the entire show being on the game. I think it's a little bit crazy, especially because the only person who's actually wrestled is Pat McAfee. The rest have not. So, I don't know. I think it's cool, but I think it could have been replaced with, like, maybe some new NXTers, some new NXT wrestlers, maybe some legends that aren't in the game, but instead we have the whole Pat McAfee show in the game. And I bet you they're about to show the destruction of Stratton's Money in the Bank briefcase. Jake, I saw a lot of negative feedback coming on social media. I haven't played Duke for in months. Same? Not that it's a bad game. It's a great game. I just haven't had the time to sit down and just play a video game or 2 or 3. I did just download Need for Speed Unbound because I heard it was a fun game and it was good. I heard that got negative reviews only because, like, it's more cartoony than most of the Need for Speed games, but I think that makes it better and more fun. It's a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more flashy. I love racing games in general, so that makes it, to me, more fun. But yes, it did get a lot of negative feedback for it being McAfee and his buds. I would have liked it to be McAfee and maybe some other new up-and-coming NXT wrestlers or maybe some legends. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Oh, there's your briefcase. Still a mess. The ruined briefcase. I kind of like Nia Jax's gear just tonight. The blue. I mean, blue's my favorite color, so that's just me. No, they're actually calling her the queen, but they don't even mention Gunther as the king. You know, King Gunther being King Gunther, but he doesn't wear the crown. He barely even walks out in a suit. Laser Neon, what's up, my friend? Happy to see you here. I am riding solo tonight. Yes, Adam the Guy is currently at a Blink-182 concert, jamming out. Happy to see you here. As you know, simple rule, bring a buddy, bring a friend. We love to have more people come and chill out with me, especially because I am riding the solo train. I don't have Adam to bounce off of and goof off with. So hopefully I can goof off with you guys and just be goofs together. Let's be goofy goobers. You know, SpongeBob reference. Why not? You're a goofy goober. Rock. Sorry. I apologize. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Jake says, I agree. They should have included some NXT superstars in the game. I agree wholeheartedly. There are some in the game, but I feel like DLCs, they could have added more NXT stars in the game other than just the whole Pat McAfee crew. Again, that's just me. I'm just a simpleton. I'm just one person over many. But it did get a lot of social feedback about it, this recent DLC pack. But Laser Neon, happy you're here. You know the drill. Bring a buddy, bring a friend, have them like, share, subscribe, and hell, have them do what we tell everybody and join the Discord. You know, the Opinion City Discord, where we can have opinions about anything you want. Food, music, movies, hot takes about wrestling or whatever. It's all there. So come join and come hang out with us after the show or whenever. Because if you're not here with us in the lives or on the podcast, we're over there chilling out in the Discord. So please, join the city. Be a part of the community that we're trying to build and grow. We'd love to have you over there. Back. Hey, Neon, what are your thoughts on this gauntlet match? Who do you see winning this tag team match? Who do you think deserves to win this tag team match? Would love to hear your opinion. So we're starting off with Humberto and Angel and Corbin and Cruz. Okay. Interesting start. The Gaucho Fantasma not even letting them start off. They're just beating them from behind. Sneak attack from behind. I don't see Angel and Humberto winning just because they haven't done much since they came back. Plus, they probably want to build this new tag team of Corbin and Cruz. So, yeah, I see them being out first. Always happy to see familiar faces. So, thank you guys for being here. Jake, Laser Neon, the new person who was first, Dro. I'm not going to say his other name. Which tag team? It's your call. What do you think? It's an 8-man tag team gauntlet match. If you don't know, I will show up the graphic. This is who we got. We got Pretty Deadly. We got the OC, Gallows and Anderson. We got the Street Profits. We got Legado del Fantasma, Corbin and Cruz, and Tama Tonga and Jake Kapatu, because Tonga Loa is out with an injury. He injured his eye last week, so it's really at the start of the show they replaced Tonga Loa with I can't keep track of all the members. There's too many, but Jake Kapatu is now replacing Tonga Loa. But so out of those 8, who do you see winning this match? But while we're on our second, third, fourth, fifth break, let's do a part 2 of the Wild LLC takeover. We'll be back in just a second.
And I know that tomorrow you're hosting as well. You got that memo, right?
Yes, we do a Monday Night Raw live stream on Monday nights on the YouTube channel. I believe it'll also be on our Facebook and Twitter as well. So we do that on Monday nights.
Yes,
that was the schedule of the previous host.
Yes.
And you think that that's yours still?
I mean,
it's somebody's. I know that. I'm quickly learning that nothing's mine anymore.
Yeah,
so.
right.
You'll get. But also, just so you know, when you do that, one of us just might hop in to chaperone and make sure that you are behaving. So
yeah.
Yeah. So, they did in fact bombard us on a live, which I will show on the next commercial break. They did check in on us and check in on their investment, see how we're doing. But real quick while we're still on break, last Sunday we were at Real Rumble number 5. So expect those interviews to drop real soon. But while we're here, Laser Neon says it's a tough one, but I might go for Luke and Carlson. You know what? That's not a bad choice because they haven't done much. They've really been hanging out with NXT for a while. They've done a lot of NXT, but they really haven't done much on the main roster other than get yelled at by AJ Styles. Unfortunately. But we're back with the gauntlet match. It is still Corbin and Cruz against the Legado del Fantasma. No one's been eliminated just yet. This might take like most of the show, honestly. It might just be these 3 matches. It might just be. We started off with LA Knight versus Escobar. Now we're at this tag team gauntlet, and then the main event probably will be Michin and Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. Oh, look who's backstage! The champions themselves, DIY. Here comes Cruz. Man, I'm such a Cruz fan. I've always loved Cruz. I just feel bad that they've given him, not the greatest of gimmicks to work with. Even though he does his best, and I appreciate that. But he's so talented in the ring. He deserves so much better than what he's been given so far. And I wish that they hope this is the push that he needs with Corbin to get sort of back on the main scene where he should be. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I did enjoy his Prince gimmick for a while. I thought that was different and fun, and it made him stood out and made him different for a while. I thought that was enjoyable. Now I think he's back to just being himself, just Apollo Crews, a talented wrestler that can do anything and everything in the ring. But that knee, though, bro. But that knee. And the backbreaker. I'm happy that Corbin's getting a second chance on the main roster, too. Because I have been a Corbin fan for quite some time. I did enjoy his run in NXT with Braun Breaker. The Wolf Dogs. I wish that they didn't split them up on the main roster, but I understand why, because they're really pushing Braun to the moon on Raw. And there is your first elimination of the tag match. Legado del Fantasma is gone. Who is next? The Profits. Profits, our second tag team of the match, going up against a not-so-fresh Corbin and Cruz. They could be a winner as well, the Profits. I can see the Profits winning one. I can see maybe the OC winning this match. I can even see Pretty Deadly winning this match because I love that team as well. Pretty Deadly is so fun, so good. They're them boys. Oh, Cruz is so good. So talented. Woo! He's so strong too. Cruz is just such a talented wrestler. Oh, that was rough. That was on his neck. Ooh. Oof. I hope he's okay. That was rough. Oh, God. That could have ended so badly. Oh. That was a scary spot. That was a terrifying spot. Here goes Montez Ford in with Corbin. Oof. Corbin and Cruz cleaning house, man. They might have a shot at winning this match. That was sick. That was a sick tag team move. Cruz just throwing Corbin into the Profits. Good stuff. Good start to this matchup. But we are back on a break, and I wanted to tell you guys about Real Rumble. Expect soon to drop a bunch of interviews that we had. Awesome interviews at the Real Rumble in Lehighton, PA. At the Mahoning Drive-In Theater, we had Real Rumble number 5. It was Wrestling and They Live with Roddy Piper. A cult classic from 1988. It was my first time watching it. It was amazing, but we had some very interesting interviews. Like, for once, we had Big Dan Champion on the show. Great interview with him. A LVAC legend, if you will. We had on a third time returning Jim Murray, who was not only on Opinion City Podcast, but was on Wrestling with Life as well. We also spoke to Ben the Bean from Catchpoint. So many good names on here. We spoke to returning guest of the show, a very good professional wrestler who is now a very good wrestling commentator. You haven't heard his commentary? It's amazing. Check it out. We also spoke to, for the second time in a row, Drew Gulak, which again, amazing guy, amazing conversation. Guy is so nice and so easy to talk to and easy to talk about wrestling. Look up Catchpoint, follow his journey, follow his indie wrestling. He's been doing nothing but great things. And then 2 names that we had on the show that were names that we've been trying to get since the beginning, we got to talk to at Real Rumble. Stay tuned. We spoke to one Hollow Wicked, a legend in the wrestling business. Has been around for 20 plus years. And we also spoke to, that's right, Ultra Mantis Black, who we've been trying to talk to for many, 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 many months. Finally spoke to him. It was a great time. It was a great show. And just stay tuned, because that's going to be dropping very soon. Very, very soon. But while we're still on break, let me show you a part 3 of our Wild LLC takeover, and we will be right back. Here is Ethan Wild checking in on us on a Chillin' with the OC Raw edition.
So, like any good executive, just calling in, just looking to see how my assets are doing. It looks like, Ralph, you've decided to re-crown yourself several times over.
Indeed. I was.
Let that stand.
When did you change my name? When did you change my name?
No, he didn't. Look at what Sean did. He's the number one Keanu James
I had
fan.
it as something for him to see, and you changed it on me. When did you do that?
What are you talking about? Look, I'm trying to run a legitimate show here.
We will punish you by rechristening you the number 1 Sexy Red fan.
Oh, yeah, right. So you missed our we talked about Wild LLC a little earlier.
Give him
good.
Give him the
yes,
spiel.
we'll give him the spiel. Listen, so
promo.
So you are seeing right now
so far
the Chief Executive Officer of Wild LLC, Dr. Ethan Wild here, and of course, the show is presented by Wild LLC. When you are looking for the best business in the business, choose the financial stability of Wild LLC. Their fiduciary experts will turn even a monetary zero like you into a financial hero like them. Wild LLC, your path to the top. Yeah.
You two are making me feel really confident in our capital investment.
Yeah, there's something here.
And we are back with this gauntlet match, and C. Henry has now joined us. Welcome, sir, to the Chillin' with the Bro. Just one, because as I've said throughout the show, Adam is currently jamming out to a Blink-182 concert. Blink-182 is his favorite band, so good for him. I am low-key jealous that he's there, but I am here for you guys to chill. I don't know why I'm holding this. To chill with you guys and hang out, because that's what I do. That's what we do. We're still chilling, and we're still bros. Even if it's not him, it's still me and you guys, so we're chilling with the bros. We're still chilling. But, C. Henry, you know the drill. You are here, you are watching, you're chilling. It's time to bring a buddy. Bring a friend, bring a colleague, bring a stranger off the street. Tell them that you're watching Chillin' with the Bros for Smackdown. Have them like, have them share, have them subscribe, have them join our lovely, lovely community known as the Discord, which, if you haven't seen it, here it is again. I'll flash it up throughout the night. Join the Discord. Join the community. Join our city, if you will. City of opinions, city of thoughts, city of hot takes, of food, of music, of movies, of whatever your heart desires. That's where to put your thoughts and opinions on the Discord. So do that. Join us, have them join us, and just have a good old-fashioned fun time. See, Henry, I appreciate you always being here, but you know what to do. Bring a buddy. Where's Jacob at? I haven't seen Jacob in a while. Your buddy Jacob was here. He was a lot of fun last time. He was talking to Storm, interacting, asking questions, having a good old time. Bring him in here. Bring whoever else you want to bring in here. Bring in anybody. We're just chilling. As Cruz and Corbin are now officially out of the gauntlet, let us see who is next up in this match. Pretty Deadly. They're my pick for this match. I'm not going to lie. Yes, boy. Yo, I love their graphic name. It's so cool. That's so cool. I just love that everyone gets their own little graphic now. Everyone feels kind of special, and I kind of like that. But see, Henry, are you just joining us? Have you been watching since 8 o'clock? What are your thoughts on the first hour of SmackDown? Have you been enjoying yourself? I want to hear from you. Miss you. While the champs are still watching in the background. Normally, for once, not watching awkwardly. They're watching straight on the screen, not in an awkward stance. I've always found that odd to be in a show that they always watch like this, like on an angle. It's weird. Also looks very uncomfortable too. So sometimes. Henry, who do you got for this tag team match, huh? What's your pick for this gauntlet match? I'll bring up the graphic real quick once again of the 8-man that are supposed to be in this matchup, so you can make your bet. As you saw, Corbin and Cruz are out, and so is Umberto and Garza. We have Pretty Deadly left, the OC, Tomatonga and Jacob Fatu, as Loa was put out due to injury, and the current Street Profits. Those are who we got so far. What is your pick? Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. Just got in. The OC Chillin' with the Bros. I appreciate you. It is just me again, so bear with me. This is like my first solo stream, so if I talk too much, it's because I don't know when to have silence. I used to do radio, so like I was always taught no silence. You can't have any dead air. So I might just be talking through the whole night to you, to us, to myself. But your pick's the Bloodline. Okay. I can see them doing like a repeat of Reigns and Jey and Jimmy, where they have Solo and all of them have all the belts again. That would actually make for a great storyline in a way where if you have Reigns come back with Jimmy and Jey, you have the new champions versus the old guard, and then you have old guard versus new guard, and then like bring back The Rock and then have him choose a side. You know, you can do so much options with this new bloodline. It's honestly endless. Because I thought it was going to end after Reigns left, but now they have so much more story to use with Solo as the tribal chief, with Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Jaguar 2 being these crazy is more a better word for it. Crazy, off the rails team, whereas I feel like Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey were just like not as crazy as this iteration. Do you see Reigns coming back sooner or at SummerSlam? That's my question to you guys in the chat. And thank you, Sandry, for telling me I'm doing great. I'm doing my best with what I got. Sometimes you just ride solo, and that's okay, but you just gotta figure it out. I'm just happy that the bro is enjoying his time on seeing Blink Blink. I don't know. That's stupid. Here comes Dawkins, man. I've been such a Dawkins fan since he like really came into his own. I was worried that if they ever split up the profits, that Dawkins would go out to the wayside, and Montez would be like the singles wrestler. But I'm more and more impressed by Dawkins every week. I think he could be his own singles star if they do ever break up that team. Just my personal opinion. I'm enjoying this new headlines shtick they're doing with the bottom corner where they show you what's happening in the results. Henry, you see Roman come back at SummerSlam and costing Solo the match. Interesting. You see him helping Cody Rhodes after all that they've been through? Actually, that sort of almost makes sense in a way because it's like the respects, like you came back after a year of losing to face me and you beat me. That shows us a sign of respect. What I've been saying for weeks and I would love to see, and I know it's an impossibility, but I would love to see a Heyman-led group with all of his former clients, i.e. Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Reigns, going against the Bloodline. I think it would be just such a cool and weird team to build because they all of them have so much history together. But there could be like a respect there, where like they all respect each other in a way, and they all respect the matches that they've had. You know, Reigns and Lesnar have went to war, Punk and Lesnar have went to war. You know, like to see that mutual respect. That would be kind of cool to me. And now I'm a little sad because Pretty Deadly has been eliminated, and now I'm a sad boy. Now the OC are here. And now we're back to another commercial break, which means more of the Wild LLC saga, because I want you guys to know what's been going on. So check this out. Be back in a second.
Sean, how you doing?
I'm doing good. As you've noticed, we've also been, I guess you can call it upgraded. The graphics team must have gotten hold of us again and gave us a new smattering of paint on the visuals.
Yes, everything is a little bit of an upgrade.
A little bit of an upgrade to the Wild LLC.
A little bit of money thrown at it, you know, whatever they do. All right.
And
so,
also, as you notice, it is us, me and Ralph today.
Indeed. We are back to some moderate hosting duties, I guess.
Wild LLC has graciously let us host again as they are busy trying to acquire every and all assets they possibly can.
Indeed.
So they can't always be hosts. So they're like, so they send us over here to host. So they're always watching us, though. They're always watching.
So here we are. Correct, indeed.
They are always watching us because they have to, because we're a part of their assets now. We have been acquired
by the Wild LLC to do their bidding, if you will, their work, get the message out that they're out there. Which, speaking of which, real quick while we're on break, I will do my shtick maybe one more time before the end of the show. But if you want to know about the best business in the business, then you need to join the Wild LLC. Choose the financial stability, and their fiduciary experts will turn even a monetary zero like you into a financial hero like them. Wild LLC is your path to the top. Gotta do it, guys. Obligated, contractually obligated to do it. Gotta do it. But we are about an hour into Smackdown. What are your guys' thoughts so far? Have you been enjoying yourselves? We started off with LA Knight versus Santos Escobar, and even though no Logan Paul tried to interfere, LA Knight still got the victory. There was a attack afterwards by Logan Paul, but I think that's not going to be enough, and I think Logan Paul is losing the title at SummerSlam. We also had this match, basically. That's really been it. Like, it's been not a lot of matches announced, but because this match is so long, it's only going to be these 3 matches. It was that one, this one, and then Michin and Bayley versus Nia and Tiffy Shah, which I expect a new briefcase either tonight or next week for Tiffy Stratton. And I really wanted to say Tiffy in the Bank, not Money in the Bank, because that would be so much better to me. But we're back on SmackDown with the OC versus Street Profits for the number 1 contenders of the tag team titles, possibly at SummerSlam. Ooh, Laser Neon says Logan might cheat using those brass knucks. It's possible. It's how he's won probably every match since he's been in WWE. Not gonna lie. Either by distraction from his friends or by brass knucks. But I don't see him sticking around much after SummerSlam, so I think this is where they change the guard, and then he can go away for a while and not make any appearances. And then you have the LA Knight has this big moment, and he has an actual belt to hold and to, like, bring prominence to. I don't know. Maybe actually defend, because I think Logan's only defended it, what, once, twice, maybe 3 times at the most? Like, not a lot of defenses for his reign, which has been pretty long, but barely defended. Once again, a la Brock Lesnar. I wasn't a fan of that then. Still not a fan of that now. If you have a belt, you should be defending it monthly, at least. They used to have a rule. There used to be a rule where if you didn't defend your belt monthly, they would strip you of the belt. And then Brock held the belt, and they're like, yeah, no, we don't care anymore. He can hold it for as long as he wants and defend it 6 times. Couldn't stand that. Even Reigns, he had a decent amount of defenses, but for a 3-year reign, I think he only had 55 defenses in 3 years, which sounds like a lot, but in 3 years, it's really not that many. Especially looking at back then, where you had like Hogan's reign and all these other reigns where they had so many defenses throughout their 3-4 year reign. Again, this is all just my opinion, as one half of the Opinion City podcast. I'm just happy to see the OC on SmackDown again, because like I feel like they've been on NXT for so long and not done much on SmackDown. It's good to see them on SmackDown doing something like other than being yelled at by AJ Styles. I think it's going to come down to the True Profits and the Bloodline, and then we go from there. And if that is the case, I don't see the Profits winning. That's when it's kind of obvious that the Bloodline is going to win. But I don't want them to take the belts off of DIY so soon, because they just won them, and I want to see them have a lengthy run before they possibly rehash the feud from NXT with Ciampa and Johnny. Because I think that's where they're heading, but I don't want it to be so soon in their run for it to happen. It was a hot tag. Hot tag. Gotta love a good hot tag. Oh, he fell. I don't know if that was on purpose or by accident, but he slipped. Did he even tag him in? Did he drop his hand before he tagged him? I don't even think that was a tag. I didn't see them slap hands. That's just me. I didn't see them slap hands. What a spine buster every time. Magic Killer? Nope. Denied. Oh! The OC is out. The OC is out. It's down to Bloodline. The Profits, like I said. Yup. This is going to be it. Neon. I think this is when they win this match. And then destroy everybody, because that's what they do. They've destroyed Orton. They've destroyed Owens. They've destroyed Paul Heyman. Poor Paul. I love their entrance, though. Their entrance is so mean looking. Reigns' was good. But this new, darker Bloodline entrance is so sick. Also, I love the whole trench coat look for Solo. I love that. Makes him look more menacing with the whole trench coat idea going on. Two crazy sons of bitches about to destroy Montez and Dawkins. But before they destroy them, let's give you one of two more chapters in the crazy Wild OLC saga that we've been going on for the last few months, where we had the Chief of Staff, Dylan Mesh, back on the podcast.
As I understand it, we have a very upstanding episode today.
The most upstanding episode, because we have the upstanding, the Chief of Staff of Wild LLC, back with us once again.
Whoa,
Dylan Mesh.
There he is, and wow, you don't you don't look happy to be here.
Times when I am informed that I have to talk to you two, it kind of puts a little downer in my mood. But I'm going to try to swing that around for the sake of our wonderful viewers and listeners.
Yeah,
that's nice of you. Thank you.
It's very nice of you, and we appreciate you coming back on the show to, I guess, check on us and.
Oh yeah,
and of course we just want to get to know more about Wild LLC, and most importantly, get to know about the Chief of Staff. It's just as important to know about than anybody else in the Wild LLC, because you do give us our tasks. So, we're here.
All right. No problem. What you got?
If you want to know what we got, go back and watch that episode with the upstanding one, the Chief of Staff of Wild LLC, Dylan Mesh, episode 62, right now on the channel, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Check out that episode and see what the upstanding one had to say about us and him and his history of wrestling. But real quick, let's go over these SummerSlam, these stacked SummerSlam card so far. So we have 7 matches announced, starting with Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the IC belt. I think Braun is coming out on top this time. I think it's going to be... I think this whole show is going to be a changing of the guards for a lot of belts. I think this one's going to change. I think LA Knight versus Logan Paul is going to be a change of guard. I think Logan's not going to win. I think LA Knight is your new champion. I also see a possible change with Nia Jax and Bayley, with Nia becoming new women's champion. We have our first singles match in probably, I want to say 10 years, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth frickin' Rollins as special referee. Will he intervene? Will he be clean? Who knows? He hates both of them probably equally, so he might even be an even referee. We have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. We have Damian Priest versus your ring general, Gunther. I think this one will again be a changing of the guard. I think Gunther becomes champion and his reign of terror begins again. He's honestly been champion in his career more than he's been not champion, so maybe it's his time. We also have the World Women's Champion, Liv Morgan, versus Mommy, the returning Mommy, Rhea Ripley. I think, again, this one is the only one I think that won't change yet, because I think even though Dom pretty much cursed out Liv, I think that was a ruse. And then finally, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the Undisputed title as probably your main event. And this is where, as Neon said, Reigns may come out and cost Solo the title. Speaking of Bloodline, we're back with Fatu and Tama Tonga versus the Street Profits. Who knows? Neon says, the question I want to know is if Roman comes back for Old Bloodline with Jimmy, Paul, and the others, will they face New Bloodline versus Team Roman? That's what I'm thinking, Neon. I'm thinking that maybe Survivor Series, maybe not. I think The Rock comes back. I don't know which side he chooses. I would assume the heel side because before he left, he was a heel. And if you watched Mania, Reigns and Heyman left him out to dry after their loss on night 2. So they might not like him anymore. So but I can see a Survivor Series match where they do Bloodline versus Bloodline, where it's like Solo, Loa, Tama, Fatu versus like Reigns, Jimmy J, and maybe like Sami Zayn, because like why not? There's history there. That would be fun. Honestly, I would be so into that match. If you want to do 5-on-5, you can throw The Rock in on Solo's side and do like, I don't know, maybe bring in another Fatu for Reigns' side. What do you think? I don't know. Just my initial thoughts. But I definitely see a Survivor Series Bloodline versus Bloodline match where it's good versus evil. And Reigns is here to save Paul Heyman and bring back the proper tribal chief, not this Solo Sikoa makeshift chief. I don't know if I acknowledge Solo yet. I don't know. What is Wild OSC? I'm glad you asked. It is a group of wrestlers, very business savvy group of wrestlers that have acquired our podcast. Their goal is to pretty much simply acquire as many assets as they humanly possibly can and become stupendously rich off of it. And we are one of the ones that they acquired in the assets, the many assets that they have already. It consists of Dr. Ethan Wild, the upstanding one, Dylan Mesh, Journey Burke Esquire, Brian Ace, Luca Mancini, Showtime Luca Mancini, MIT Tavius, the Think Tank, and Jason Furious. And they are just out there trying to acquire assets and just get those W's, get those wrestling wins. So I don't know if it's a congrats, because they're kind of like, I want to say evil, but they're not like nice at the same time. We'll see where it goes. We're having fun with them, though. It's been fun so far. We've had a bunch of interviews with them. They actually hosted one of the episodes. If you go back and watch, we were actually guests for the first time on our own podcast. Then we brought back Dylan for an episode. Ethan took in on his assets and popped in on a Chilling with the OC Raw one day. Hopefully one day they can come in on a Smackdown so they can meet my brother, because Adam is still sort of oblivious to what's been going on. He's been out of the loop, so hopefully they can bring him into the loop. But I'm waiting for them to hop in one day and just kind of see where it goes. It's all in fun. It's all good fun. I've been playing the videos throughout. That way you guys can see the saga that is the Wild OLC takeover of the Opinion City podcast. Oh, the BFC is no more. See, Henry, the BFC, there was actually a video, I think I aired it a few times, of the phone call that the Wild OLC has fully acquired the assets of Opinion City, where BFC is no more. And it's just Wild OLC, the best business in the business, all the way. Or until we eventually maybe get our podcast back. Maybe. It's in the works. We're working on it. We're working on it. Maybe one day we'll get it figured out. But for now, we are just trying to do our due diligence and do nice. Do nice. But the BFC is no more. No mo. No mo. No mo. Sorry, Phil Collins just popped in my head. Classic. Classic. And the Bloodline is going up against DIY for the tag team titles in a clean and decisive victory over the Street Profits, which we probably all knew that was going to happen. So, yeah. I feel like, unfortunately, DIY is not going to hold these belts for much longer, and that upsets me just a little bit. That was a good freaking senton over the corner, though, by Montez Ford. Jeez. So now I guess all that's left on the show is the women's tag match. Tiffany and Nia Jax versus Michin and Bailey. Sorry, brain fart. Bloodline still dominant. This new team. The new and improved, I guess you can say, Bloodline. Oh, that's right. I forgot. They were doing a Cody Rhodes interview. That's up next. And then the D Women's Tag Match. But, Sandy, you asked about Wild OC. I do have one more video for you guys on a break here. Most recent one, actually. Got kind of a late night call last night from Dylan and Ethan. Was definitely unexpected. And this is kind of what they had to say.
So Sean, you're here.
I'm here.
It's essential. You've received the invite.
Yes.
August 16th. It's coming up. It's soon. The Opinion City podcast is our asset. You are in our employ. Mm-hmm. We want you to host the first annual, perhaps,
maybe,
of Wild LLC address.
Oh, okay.
We have huge news. Capital H, huge news.
Okay. That is right. August 16th, Solar Slam by Hydrogen Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Explosion. It is going to be a crazy night, and we are hosting the first ever Wild LLC State of the Wild LLC address that night. The full video is actually on our YouTube right now. That was just a snippet. But the full video of that call is now on our YouTube page. So when you have a chance after this, go to our channel, watch it, watch the full video, and then be prepared for the 17th, where we will air the State of the Wild LLC address. That will be exclusively after Solar Slam, after the show. Stay tuned for that very soon. But if you want to get your tickets, I highly suggest you do, because it's going to be a great show. It is, once again, Solar Slam, Hydrogen Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Explosion present Friday, August 16th at the Philomoka in Philadelphia, PA. Doors open 7:30. Bell time is 8 p.m. Get your tickets. Go to an amazing indie wrestling show out in PA. You don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it. Boop. But thank you guys so much for chilling with the OC. We're chilling with the bros. Chilling with the bro, singular. I appreciate you guys in the chat talking and interacting with me because it's been fun to talk to you guys and have the Parma show in the building because that's pretty what it's been. I love saying that. It's just silly and goofy. This is my first ever solo live stream without King Ralph, without Adam the Guy. It is just me, and I'm pretty sure, I'll say it now, next Friday will be the same. It'll be just me for Chilling with the Bros. I might have to make a graphic that just says Chilling with the Bro, singular, because that's what it's going to be. And then the 16th, we will not be here because we will be at that wrestling show in Philadelphia. So expect at least maybe one Smackdown where we won't have a live stream. That will be the 16th because we will be at Philadelphia for Solar Slam by High Tension Wrestling. Don't miss it. But if you're just tuning in, if you're just coming in, no, you listen, you ask away. That's why we're here. I appreciate that you asked. That's basically what happened. Actually, I don't know if I still have the video, but if I still have the video, I can show it to you real quick. I can show you guys on maybe the next break how that all happened. Because it's actually one of my favorite videos to watch sometimes. Because it's just the way it was happened. It was abrupt, if you can say maybe. It happened so fast. It was like a blink of an eye and you miss it. So if I can find the video, I will show it to you at a later break. If not, it's out there. We have a whole playlist if you want of the Wild OLC Takeover where you can see every part, what's been going on, how everything fell into place, how we got taken over by the Wild OLC. So it's all there. But Austin Theory and Waller hijacking the show, huh? Hijacking the show. I'm just waiting for Austin Theory to turn on Waller and then join the Way again, because that was a fun thing too. In NXT, the Way. That was a fun group. What promotion are you most entertained by? AEW, WWE, New Japan, or TNA? I say this all the time. I just enjoy wrestling. So I don't take a side. I'm not one that takes a side for each one. I just love the fact that there's so much wrestling to watch and there's so many options for me to turn to. If I don't want to watch one, I can watch the other. I just enjoy that there's options of wrestling to watch. I'm just a wrestling fan at heart, whether it's AEW, WWE, New Japan, TNA, the indie scene. I just love wrestling. I've always been a fan of wrestling since I was a child. So I just love wrestling as a whole. Everything, all of it, everything. Don't know what we're doing here with Crawford in the ring. Unless he's just going to knock out Waller and Austin Theory and then leave. Which would be funny. Listen, if it's wrestling, I'll watch it. If it's wrestling, I'll watch it. I don't care. I'll figure it out. Listen, I just love pro wrestling in general. So, I'm not one that's really like tribalistic in that way. I watch WWE. I watch AEW. I watch TNA when I can. New Japan's harder to watch because it's on so late at night. But when I can watch it, I will because it is good and I do enjoy it. ROH I watch when I can, but I'm not paying for Honor Club because that's just I already have enough services I pay for already. So one more is just too many. So I don't have Honor Club, but I will watch ROH on repeat, like on replay. But yeah, just wrestling, all wrestling. Give me all the wrestling. Feed it in my veins. All of it. Don't remind me, that was just a chill down my spine. But if you're here and you're watching, I know there's only a half hour left to SmackDown, but you know the deal. You know the system. If you don't, and if you're new, go out there, grab a buddy, grab a friend, grab a stranger on the street, say, hey, there's this really cool show on YouTube called Chillin with the Bros with this guy named Parma who maybe likes cheese, maybe doesn't, but it was a name that he's had since he was a kid. Well, since like high school. And we're just chilling. Have them like, have them share it out, have them subscribe, have them even, wait for it, have them do the one thing that I always say, join the Discord. Join the Discord. If you're new and you want a place to hang out other than just the lives and the podcasts, we have the Opinion City Discord, where if you want to hear your opinions about anything, hot takes, about food, about movies, about TV shows, music, of course, wrestling, we want to hear your opinions, and the safest place to do that is on the Opinion City Discord, where your opinions are valued, and we want to hear them. So do that. Screenshot this, take a photo of it, QR code it with your camera phone right now, and hop in the Discord and join us. Where even after the show ends, we can still hang out and still conversate. It's fun. It's all about fun. Here comes that Cody interview. Sanders says, I think if AEW goes to Max, then ROH will come with. I think you're probably right. Unless they want to keep that separate and have that still be the Honor Club. But I have heard that I think they're making a deal soon. I think plans are in motion to where they're finally going to move AEW shows, maybe not the shows, but AEW content and pay-per-views over to Max, which I think has been in the works for probably quite some time now, ever since Max added the sports page, the sports option. I honestly love to see it, because the pay-per-view model, I think, is long a thing in the past. Paying $50 for an event was a thing in like the 90s and 2000s. It was, but as the advent of streaming came out, I think it's smart that promotions adapt to the streaming services, like how Raw is moving into Netflix in January. AEW will be wise and smart to move all their stuff to Max. That way people can have access to the content. They can watch Dark if they want to. They can watch Dark Elevation if they want to, all the old episodes, and have all... Because they already have so much content already within the last 4 or 5 years. They could add it to a service and have enough content for us to watch for, hours and hours of content. What are your guys' thoughts on Cody Rhodes' run so far? Since he beat Reigns at Mania. Do you think Solo's going to beat Cody at SummerSlam? Do you think Reigns is going to come out and cost Solo the match at SummerSlam? Because that's a possibility. Because, as we know, Solo declared himself the new chief. And even though he said that he's spoken to Reigns, has he really spoken to Reigns? I don't know. It's all part of this crazy plan. Solo's just tired of Reigns' crap. Solo is not winning, says the Henry. He's not winning. I think so too. But I think it's because of a returning Roman Reigns. If not on the Go Home show on Friday, then definitely SummerSlam on Saturday. Yeah. I definitely think, though, that the money on Cody is more of the chase than the reign. I think that's, and I'm not just saying that for Cody, but I think that's for most wrestlers, is that the chase is more exciting to watch than the actual reign itself. I feel like Reigns was a different beast because he made that championship and made that reign all his own. But I think for the most part, especially babyfaces, the chase is more fun than the actual win of the belt. I've enjoyed Cody's reign so far. Don't get me wrong, but I think for him, the chase was more exciting than his actual run as champion. Just my personal opinion. Personally. But, hey guys, I haven't said it yet. It's been an hour and a half in. I haven't showed yet, so let's show for a second. If you want to get some merch, we got the merch. For instance, Brian Ace of the Wild OC made this awesome shirt for the Wild OC. You guys should get it. Look at that awesome design. It's on Pro Wrestling Tees right now. Support the Wild OC. And also, support your boys in Opinion City with our brand new merch. Look at that beautiful Opinion City Wild OC Let Us In design that was made by yours truly, King Ralph. Go on our merch site. We have so much other merch to get other than that one. On Teespring and TeePublic, we are out there. So many designs to get. So many things that have been made. There's so many options, but that one right there, it's brand new. It's so pretty. And I just love White Sticks. And this was made in honor of that team. So get your merch. Get your stuff. And of course, one more thing. If you want to get your beard care and get your beard all as felt as myself and Adam the Guy do, we know just the guy that can help you with your beard care, and he might even be a demon. That's right. From Mad Cat Beard Care, it is Kodama Vanilla Crush in honor of one half of the Batiri, Kodama. Get your sweet vanilla ice cream and maple scent premium beard care products, oils, balms, washes, soaps. Get yourself a brush or two and keep your beard looking as svelte and as nice as my brother. And of course, myself included, even though he has a much better beard than I do. Because his goes down to like here. Mine goes down to here. You know. Mine's full, but his is like long. Which I wish I could do, but I really can't. My beard doesn't grow out the same way as he does. His grows out in a very specific way. So does mine. But while we're still on break, we are about 40. We have about 40 minutes. No, 20 minutes left in the show. Hope you guys have been enjoying SmackDown like I have. As you saw, or as you know, LA Knight beat Santos Escobar to start off the show. They replaced Loa with Jacob Fatu because of his eye. They still won the match, so they're facing DIY. I'm assuming at SummerSlam, if not at some point. Because so far there's 7 matches at the card. I don't know how many more matches they plan on having, or how long they plan on having this show. Probably one of their longest shows so far, because most of their pay-per-views have been pretty short, like 3-4 hours. But this is aiming to be a very long SummerSlam. Long and arduous. Maybe in a good way. We gotta see, of course. Next Friday. All right. Oh, it's happening next Friday. Okay. So next Friday, Bianca and Jade face Alba Fire and Dawn for the women's tag team titles. Maybe is that when we get the Bianca heel turn on Jade? Oh, it's both happening. Okay, it's happening both. Okay, next Friday's going to be a big Friday, guys. We have 2 tag team title matches next Friday before SummerSlam, which means it's not going to be on Saturday. It's going to be on Friday. We have DIY against Bloodline and Jade and Bianca against Alba Fire and Alba Dawn. Wow. A stacked card for next Friday. So I guess it is just going to be 7 matches, which good, because I think 9 will be way too long. I do find it interesting that they're advertising always boxing all of a sudden, unless that's just part of their Saudi Arabia deal because it is in Saudi. Interesting. Different. New. Andrade. Win some gold. Get him to win some gold. Hayes. Are you guys happy that Andrade's back? And what are you guys' thoughts on Hayes' run on the main roster so far? I'm curious to see what you guys think. He had a great run in NXT, but I feel like his main roster run has been very hit or miss. So we got one more match. That's probably going to be next Friday as well. Andrade versus Hayes, Part 2. And now time for the main event of the evening. Michin and your women's champion Bayley versus Queen Nia and Tiffany in the Bank herself, Tiffany Stratton. Oh, they ain't playing games. They ain't playing games. I really hope that they unveil the new briefcase soon, and it's not just this taped up, broken one, because I want to see Tiffany get her own custom briefcase. I love that. And here comes Bayley. Oh, Bayley with a freaking candlestick. Jesus Christ. She ain't playing around. She is not playing around. Laser Neon. Cody might win the title on next Saturday, but without Kevin and Randy, it will be difficult. You're not wrong. Because there's 4 of the Bloodline and only 1 Cody Rhodes. So I think that you have a point. I think this is why I'm saying that Reigns might help Cody win, because you can have Orton and Owens come out, and that's still only 3 on 4. You need that 4th man, and what better to bring back a super babyface Reigns than have him come back, even the odds, and help Cody, which sounds crazy, but help Cody retain the belt. That way Solo does not win. Then you can start the Reigns comeback story of how we can get back against Solo for all that he's done since he's been gone. Great idea. Great thought. Great thought. I like the way you think, sir. I like the way you think. Starting this match off hot with Michin out of the ring and Bayley kind of by herself right now. Kind of by herself. Against Tiffany in the Bank and Queen Nia. Stratton is so good. She's so talented. I would love to see her face Charlotte Flair one day whenever Charlotte comes back to wrestling. That is like a marquee match in my eyes. Stratton versus Flair? Yes, sign me up. Sign me up. Michin's still hurt outside. Joy. I wonder if Bayley's hurt too, because she has a whole bunch of tape on her shoulder. Maybe she's working a little hurt too. Crazy. Definitely digging her gear though. Bayley's gear is kind of cool. I like Nia's blue, and then I like Bayley's purple and blue and black gear. Good save, Bayley. Good save. happy you are here. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me so far. Thank you for being so patient with my very first solo Chilling with the Bros. It's my first ever time doing a solo mission. I hope I haven't been too. I hope I've been entertaining. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate you all. Damn. That was a sick double stomp by Stratton. Holy crap. Powerful. We are about to go on another break on the lovely Smackdown. How many breaks do we have in 1 2-hour show? That's crazy. Crazy. But now it's time to do one more time. If you guys missed it earlier, we have a bunch of things coming down the pipeline. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. is another brand new episode of Wrestling with Life with Cowboy P. Carter, who is started his journey very late in his career. He is 54. He's just starting out. He is a commentator on The Monster Factory on TRL. He's a commentator for AXW Wrestling. He has done some ring announcing, but he has a very fascinating story to me, and we had a very good talk with him about his story, about how he's come up so late in the business and how he really wants to try something different at his age, and he's just killing it. Also, Sunday night, we are returning back in the studio for the Rabbit Honey Badger himself, Ryan Mooney, where we're talking top 5 albums and all things Honey Badger as well. So be on the lookout for that. Saturday, live, 3:30 p.m. Watch that. As well as August 4th, we are bringing a brand new show to the midst. Sunday morning with Grappling with the Grooves with our first guest, Shay McCoy. We're going to be talking all things music, bands, rock, whatever genre we feel like. We're also going to be talking top 5 bands that we like. It's going to be such a fun and new thing to talk about and to enjoy. And in the future, the goal is to be a monthly roundtable discussion about all things music with people like us, Adam the Guy, King Ralph, and wrestlers alike. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, stay tuned for the interviews that we had recently at the Real Rumble last Sunday, where we spoke to guys like Big Dan Champion, a third-time returning Jim Murray. We spoke to Ben the Bean from Catchpoint, a very good professional wrestler, a.k.a. a very good professional wrestling commentator, who was one of our initial guests on this podcast. We had a returning Drew Gulak that we interviewed. That will be dropping very soon. Stay tuned for that. Second time on the podcast already. We have 2 major names that we've been trying to get on the podcast that we got on. Stay tuned for these. We have the one, Hollow Wicked, a legend in the business, and the one, the only, the devious one himself, Ultramanus Black. Stay tuned for those. They're dropping very soon. We have so much content, so much things dropping and coming out that your head's going to spin. I mean, don't spin your head, but it's just a metaphor. But your head will spin with how much stuff that's dropping in the coming weeks, months, and beyond. And we are back with this tag match to end the show. Stratton doing a little Rikishi action, a little stink face on Bailey. Haven't seen that move in a minute. Hope you guys have been enjoying Chilling with the Bros. I hope you guys have been enjoying Smackdown more importantly, because that's why we're chilling. We're chilling to watch Smackdown. I'm more excited for next week. Next week's going to be a stacked show. 2 tag title matches. Probably Hayes versus Andrade number 2. I think next week we see the heel turn, finally, of Bianca. Because I think a change is needed and a change is coming. I think the best way to do it is to have her turn on Jade and start that feud. I am worried, but I hope and pray that the DIY retain, but I'm worried that the Bloodline's going to win the tag belts next Friday and start the reign of terror as champions. I just hope that Stratton holds her briefcase for maybe 5-6 months at a time before she cashes in. She doesn't rush it. She takes her time planning, and instead of announcing it, she just needs to do a surprise. That's it. No announcement. Just do it. Jake to Neon. Cody's beating Solo. Everyone's going to screw Solo out of... That's what I'm saying, Jake. I'm thinking the same thing, and so is Neon, I think. Is that Reigns is going to help Cody beat Solo. I think what could happen is, as Neon said before, maybe Owens comes out, Orton comes out to sort of even the odds, but then they get overpowered because there's still 3 of them and only... still 4 of them and only 3 of them. And then that's when you hear Reigns' music hit. Big return, comes out, helps Cody win, and, oh, that's a hot take. Okay, Jake, Jimmy's going to screw Tama Tonga out of the gold. That would be interesting, and also a big way to start the rebuilding of the old bloodline, is if you have Jimmy come back. I know Jay's on Raw, but Jake can easily go to SmackDown. And they could start rehashing or rebuilding the old guard. But I think it's going to take work. I think they're going to have to rebuild it. Like, Reigns is going to have to, do some apologizing in some way. Maybe, take back some of the things he said and done. Realize that he messed up. Realize that he made mistakes. And maybe apologize in his own way. That way he can get under the good graces of Jay and Jimmy again. But I think that's a part of the story, is that they get there. It's a slow build back to what it once was. Just my 2 cents. But I do think Jimmy's on his way back, probably soon. Probably soon. You honestly probably have Jimmy and Reigns as the starting point, come back together and realize, things have changed and they need to band together. And then they try and convince Jay that Reigns has changed, Reigns is a new man, Reigns just wants to help. But I also want a Reigns that still has his ego. Like, he's a face, but he knows he's good. So, he can still kind of be that pompous that he was as a heel, but also be just a face while doing it. Whereas before, his acknowledgement was a heel thing, and now he can say acknowledgement and they can all cheer for him as a babyface, as a super babyface that they probably wanted for years now. I think this is the way they can get to it, by saving Heyman and, doing all the right stuff. You have a point. It wouldn't make sense to have Tama Tonga to win and Solo loses to Cody, unless they just have Solo win and have, like I said, a newly formed, more dominant bloodline. You have Solo win the belt. You have Jacob and Tama win the gold, and then they have all the gold. You would just need Loa to win something, and then you literally have a bloodline that has all the gold, but more vicious than the old bloodline, and then you could start the build up to old guard versus new guard. Just an option. No, I don't think Solo's winning, but I'm thinking that if you had Tama and Jacob win, you might have to have Solo win. Because then, otherwise, like you said, it wouldn't make sense to have them win the gold and then have Solo lose the gold. Oh, don't forget, it's up there. But the next 2 Raws are not on USA. They're on Sci-Fi because they're the Olympics. I'm pretty sure it's because of the Olympics, but the next 2 Raws will be on Sci-Fi, just like the old WWE ACW days. I'm curious how that's gonna work for like their ratings, because I don't know how big Sci-Fi still is, or if it's even still a hugely popular channel. But and Nia with the pin on the champion. Is that shades of next Sunday or next Saturday? Who knows? There's still 4 minutes left, so I wonder what else could happen, because there's still some time left before the end of the show. I love that they changed the name to that, the Annihilator. It sounds so much more menacing. The Annihilator. Get it? The Annihilator. Ha ha. Dumb. Not that dumb, but not that creative either. The Annihilator. Oh. My favorite one still is hers on Lyra, where like she jumped and just squashed her. It was such a good looking Annihilator. Oh, one more solo promo. I think Keith Lee's on his way back to WWE. Well, obviously he was at the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he was supposed to see him there, but he was there. I don't even know if he's still signed with AEW or not. I know he was. I don't know if his contract's up. But, I mean, I think as long as they use him right and they actually treat him like the star that he is, I'd be down with the Keith Lee return. No Bearcat. No, just make him Limitless Keith Lee and have him just run roughshod over the roster. Because I would love to see that. Because there was a spark of it, but then they just kind of gave up real quick. So, but that ends SmackDown. What are your guys' thoughts? What would you guys rate it out of 10? Did you enjoy it? Jake, what would you rate it? I know you're gonna put your rating in the Discord, but just curious if you want to share it and divulge it here. Overall, what was your rating? I rate that one probably a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10. It was enjoyable. Not a lot of matches, but each match had substance. The first one did. So did the Gauntlet match, and then so did that match. That match had... Plus, they were all pretty much clean wins overall. LA Knight's was clean, even though he had a distraction. Jake says, and Jimmy screwing Tama would make perfect sense because Tama helped Solo take Jimmy out. That's also a very good point. 8 out of 10. All right. Jacob with the 8 out of 10 for SmackDown. I would give it 7.5. Still good. But, guys, before I go, I want to say thank you for being on the chat. Thank you for chilling with me solo. Sandra gives it an 8. Thank you for that, for what you saw. Thank you all for chilling. Thank you all for chatting. Thank you all for hanging out with the Solo Parma, the Parm Show. I'll be back next week for another episode of The Parm Show. Once again, one more time, guys, check out all the things I have going on. Check out Wrestling with Life tomorrow. Opinion City Podcast new episode on Sunday afternoon, actually, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for the 10 out of 10. Solo Parma 10. Henry, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for that. Also, Grappling the Grooves, August 4th. Be prepared for that. And, guys, that's going to do it for another exciting edition of Chillin' with the Bro. Because it was just me. Be on here tomorrow for Wrestling with Life. Sunday podcast. Chillin' with the OC on Monday nights. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you once again. And we out.